Peace is what I acquire. Quietness, calmness. This is so beautiful, y'all. I had to get a video recording of this before I sat down and talk with y'all, because just look at this. It's early in the morning. The ducks are out here having a bath, okay? It's so many of them. Y'all know how I feel about my little nature walks. On the way over here, I didn't record because there was a lot of street work going on and I didn't want that noise in my video. I didn't want to have to cut it out, but I just had to get a view of this nature before we sit down and talk, y'all. Like, look at this. Look at this. Listen, peace is what I acquire. Tell them peace is what I acquire. This is what I appreciate. This is what life is all about, okay? The world around us. And let's get into it. Hello, you all. Welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, what's good? If you are new, hey boo, I am back with another video. So y'all, we are finally out here, okay? We are finally out here because I promised y'all that I was gonna bring y'all another nature video. And on my way walking over here, in the beginning of my video, it was a lot of street work going on, and so I didn't want that background noise in my video. So I figured I'm just gonna go over here and talk. It's giving a whole fall vibe. Y'all see the vibes, okay? Y'all see what the vibes is giving. I wanted to set the whole tone for this video because listen, it's giving very much fall. Y'all see the background, and today I feel like was the perfect day to do this video because the weather is not too cold. It's perfect, okay? This was perfect timing for me to do this video because literally on the way over here, actually earlier this morning when I woke up and I had my coffee, I was like, I stepped out for a minute because usually I step out on my patio or on my porch, I have a little peace of mind in the morning and just reflect. I was having my little coffee. I'm like, oh, it's not really that chilly, it's not that cold today. So this is the perfect day for me to record, okay? So hopefully y'all have had a lovely prosperous week so far. It is Tuesday, it's the start of the week, so hopefully y'all been good. But it was something that I wanted to come and talk about, and so we're gonna get into the video and y'all see the title. Now this video has been kind of put on my spirit for a nice little minute now. If y'all already know, I've came on my channel plenty of times, not too many times, and talked about this whole mean girl energy type of thing. But before we even get into that, because I was really thinking about the title of this video before I came over here, so I already knew what I was going to talk about, but it was just like, I'm just reflecting on the last video I did about jealous women in the family, and I said I was going to come and share with y'all more experiences about my encounters with jealous women in the family. And really, when it comes to talking about jealous women and sharing your experiences, it's literally no different than dealing with a jealous woman in general. They just so happen to be your family. But it was this one particular woman that I thought I was close to, and she was extremely jealous of me. And whenever I think about this situation, whenever I think about the topic of jealous women, I always think about her. And it's kind of upsetting to me to come and talk about this, because it's like once you feel like you're really close to somebody and y'all connected, it was just like she came around at a time in my life when I was really just going through things. We really became quote unquote close around the time that, okay, so for the ones that don't know, my grandmother passed away when I was 16, and so when she passed away, I moved from Chicago to Wisconsin, and so I moved with a family member, a cousin. And so during this time, it was just a lot going on. You know how when you lose a loved one, I was still trying to figure things out. My mother was living here at the time. For the ones that don't know, my mom is deceased as well. But during this time, I was going through this whole thing. Like I was going through you know how when you're a teenager, you go through a lot. You go through your rebellious stage. And so when my grandmother passed away, I was still on my whole, I'm gonna do whatever I want. When it came to school, I'm just gonna be honest, I wasn't really too focused on school. And so I was just really just going through a rough time in my life around that time, okay? And so when I was living with this particular family member, that's when this jealous woman came into my life. And when I really sit back and reflect on it, I had to think about it like, yeah, here we go with the street noise. Just wait 1 minute, child. It's always something. It's always something, yeah. It's always something. But she came in my life around a time where I felt extremely vulnerable, because like I said before, I always felt like I was the black sheep of the family. It was just like when my grandmother passed away, that's when I started to be around my family a lot more. And I started to notice that I never really felt comfortable around them. Like I always just felt like, and I used to say this a lot in my man, I always felt like I was the only person that was going through things. And that's usually how it is when you are the black sheep of the family. You always feel like you are the only one that's going through it, and you feel like nobody would be able to relate to whatever it is that you're going through. Like all of our experiences are different. But the one thing I could say I noticed was that, because like I told y'all, I grew up in a strict household. My grandmother, she barely really let me do much, and so that limited the connections with my other family members. I was outcasted just from the very start. So when I went to go live with this particular family member, the way we connected was through gossip, okay? On her part. This is how we ended up becoming close. It started out with her coming and telling me what people were saying about me in the family, okay? Like I said, this was my rebellious stage. I wouldn't necessarily say I was being disobedient. My cousin was the person that took me in after my grandmother passed away. I had custody issues, battle issues, because I wanted to live with my mother. I didn't want to live with nobody else, but I couldn't live with my mother because of her drug addiction, which I shared with y'all early in my channel. So I was just being rebellious. I'm like, okay, I can't be with my mama, then I'm finna raise hell. That's just the type of time I was on then. I was going through a lot, dealing with my grandmother's death. Then I can't be with my mama. Then I'm around family members that I'm not really close with. We didn't grow up being around each other. They giving me all type of weird vibes. You know, I ain't really seen these family members since decades and ages ago. But me and this other family member, the one that I told you about, the woman that was jealous, we became close from her coming back to tell me what other people were saying about me in the family. That's how it started. And now that, you know, when you think back on certain things, you're like, dang, the connection, the relationship was just dysfunctional from the start. But I was young then, you know, I was naive. I was still trying to learn life, and I just felt like the way me and her connected, I was feeling lonely. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I didn't have nobody to connect with in the family. I just felt like I was just the eyeball in the family. I wasn't really close to nobody like that. And she came to me in the form of being a support system, a friend, quote unquote. But she came to me with gossip right off jump. And so, you know, when you hear certain things about yourself, you're like, what? They said what about me? They said what about me? And she just always kind of she had always gave off that vibe that she was in support of me. She always gave off that vibe, like she always tried to make it seem like she felt sorry for me because of what people were saying about me and the family. I told y'all, I grew up, I was introverted, I was shy. I shared with y'all the backstory behind all of that too, but it was a lot of things that my family didn't really know about me. We didn't have that close of connection. So that's how me and her became connected. But thinking back on it, that's how our relationship really was. In the beginning, when she was coming to tell me this stuff, it did bother me. She actually told me that the family member that I was living with was talking about me, okay? And then she told me other family members was talking about me as well. And so when she would tell me this, it would kind of rub me the wrong way, but at the same token time, the fact that I didn't really have too many people in my corner, I felt an unusual kind of closeness with this person, and she kind of fed off of it. Thinking back on it, I was like, girl, how didn't you know that this particular family member was jealous of me from the very start? Like, it literally was that. Because she came to me with dysfunction, negativity, gossip, but she put it in the form as if she was like looking out for my best interests, that she really cared about me. The older I got, our relationship was just pretty much the same. I'm gonna call myself out on this too, because I did feed into the gossip. Okay, if you hear somebody talking about you, of course it's gonna be instinct for you to say something about that person. Oh, she said this about me, this and that. Because literally, the first thing you think when you hear somebody talk about you, you're gonna have negative feelings. I used to get angry whenever she would come back and tell me what people were saying about me, and it would hurt my feelings. And so in turn, I would engage in the gossip too. I will say that I'm not finna come on here and act like I'm no angel. I partaked in gossip when it came to my family, but it was just like just the way she went about certain things. I noticed that every time we would get together and connect, it would be through gossiping. She was the bone carrier, but at the same token, she was trying to make it seem like she had my best interest. And the older I get, the wiser I get. I started to wise up, and I'm like, wait a minute. We supposed to be close. You coming back and telling me all these negative things that people are saying about me, but I'm trying to figure out why they so comfortable to tell you this if they know that me and you are close, okay? Because people in the family started to notice that me and her grew close. As I got older and as I started wising up and I started to see her jealousy, when we started hanging out with each other, people was telling me that she was jealous of me, okay? But I was in denial, just like I said in the previous video. You get certain convictions about certain things are revealed to you, but you in denial about it because of the sort of connection you have with this person. Our connection was toxic and dysfunctional just from the very start. When I come on here and I talk about jealous women, please understand that I speak from experience, okay? I come and speak from experience because a lot of times when you come and speak on certain topics, jealous women specifically, and we're gonna get into that later on in the video. Listen, this is gonna be a long video. I made sure I charged my phone enough to where we can really sit down and talk about this. We're gonna break down how it all started. But with this one particular family member, the one thing I would notice that she would do was whenever she would come to my house, she would bring negativity. I would always feel uncomfortable whenever she would come to my home, okay? She would do certain things in my home to disrupt the aura of my home. Jealous women, they don't respect your personal space, none of that type of stuff. If they can show you in any type of way that they have a dislike for you, they're gonna throw that negativity. They want you to receive that. She had already been planting seeds of negativity since I was a child, basically, you know? And so whenever she would come to my house, it was almost as if I felt like she literally was a demon. When it comes to jealousy from women that I have received, it's her and another particular family member that I'm going to share experience with later. Those two was the worst type of jealousy I have ever experienced from a woman. Actually, it's 3 women in my family that I have received nasty, negative jealousy kind of energy. It's more. It actually, now that I'm sitting up thinking about it, child, it's so sad that I got to talk about this because it's like this type of thing that you go through when you're the black sheep, when you're the outcast. You just go through a lot of jealousy because you are different. I always just felt like because I was just kind of to myself, I felt like a lot of the women in the family would kind of gang up on me because of that. But this particular family member, she did something that was so disrespectful, and I'm gonna tell y'all what she did. She came to my house one day, y'all, and I would never forget this, okay? She called me on the phone. She like, oh, what you doing? Because me and her, we used to always go out together. We used to drink together. We used to chill together. She used to always be the one to call me, be like, yeah, I'm finna bring some coolers over. We finna drink together. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, okay, cool, you come over, you know? She came over with the coolers. I remember the flavor of coolers. She had a 4-pack of Seagram's coolers. When she came to my house, I could tell that whatever happened to her, I don't know what happened to her. She had a attitude. She used to always go through them, and that's another, just like I said before, jealous women, they will always give off this negative aura. They always will appear to be irritable or frustrated. Literally, almost every time, y'all, she would come around me, she would be in this state. All the other times she would ever be around me, the energy would be fake. That fake forced niceness, she would always do that. That's the one thing I say I noticed about her. She had a fake niceness kind of energy whenever she would come around me, like that whole, oh hey, you know, we finna hang out and chill out, and it was just fake the entire time. But when she came to my house, y'all, she had that 4-pack of Seagram's coolers. Let me tell you what she did. See, y'all ain't gonna tell me I don't know a jealous woman. We gonna get into it today. We gonna break this entire thing down, this mean girl energy, these imaginary competitions, this mean, all this type. We gonna talk about it today. We gonna have a talk. But when she came to my house, she had the cooler, so we used to always sit on my porch and drink and talk. She had an attitude. She intentionally came to throw her negative energy on me. So I'm sitting this way, y'all. Pretend this is a porch. On the other side of this table, that's where she would sit. So it's the porch, and then it's a little stoop right there, a stair.
She was sitting on this stair, and I was sitting in my chair on my porch. Tell me why, y'all, the minute she came over, and let me point this out too, it started to get dark outside, okay? I don't remember if I turned my porch light on or something, but I just remember it started getting dark. It was early that day too, so which was weird. But it was like every time she would come around me, it was like she would bring this dark energy. She had this dark aura about herself. The whole time she was there, y'all. Now, man, this is me. She's sitting in front of me, on the stair in front of me, on my porch. She was like this the entire time. The entire time she was at my home, she had her back turned to me. Intentionally brought negative energy. And I'm so glad I didn't invite her inside of my home this day. I don't know who pissed her off, or I don't know what happened, but she had a all-out attitude with me when she came to my house. After she did that, I was like, this woman is evil. When I say she have done so many wicked-hearted things to me, and really, to be quite honest, I do feel like she watched my channel, which I don't care about. I'm gonna always come and share my experiences involved with my family. I don't care whether I already know that half of them watch my channel and they try to act like they don't watch me. And that's another thing too I want to get into. Getting off of that, we done with the jealousy experiences. We're gonna get into that another day because I don't want to get upset. But it's just like when you relive certain experiences with jealous women, it's just like nobody can tell you you ain't never been through certain things. Nobody can tell you that you don't know jealous energy. You don't know a jealous woman. Jealous women, they will snub you. She was snubbing me the entire time she was at my home. I literally wanted to tell her, you know what, just leave. Why did you come over here? This is another thing too I want to add. The reason why she was irritable around me is because the things that she was telling me that other people were saying about me, I think she started to notice that it wasn't really affecting me like that. Now, remember I told y'all in the beginning when she would tell me this stuff, it would bother me. But I started to notice that it seemed as though she was getting some sort of fulfillment and enjoyment out of bringing me this gossip. It would be like she would be on hype mode, like she was excited to tell me what people were saying about me. And I started to catch on to what she was doing. When I started to kind of ignore it. I started to build up resilience because I knew that she had ill intent for wanting to be around me. She ain't love me like that, like how she was proclaiming. And I started to see it. That's when I started to distance myself from her. But I started to notice that every time she would come around me, she'd be irritated and frustrated. Jealous women hate to see when their manipulation tactics, their negativity, their energy don't bother you. Okay, I got to a point where I was unbothered by her negativity and the gossip that she would bring me. I ever had to wonder why a jealous woman wants to be around you all the time, but every time she come around you seem like she irritated and she frustrated? It's because she see that whatever she's doing is not affecting you. She ain't make no eye contact with me like that. She just came up and said, hey, sit down on the porch, and just had her back to me the whole time. Jealous women will purposely snub you. They will try to act like they don't see you. Okay, and we're gonna get into the mean girl energy. Things that I have experienced being on this platform. All the jealousy experiences I have ever had with other people, I'm telling you, I have experienced it since I've been on this platform as well. Okay? Jealous women don't like content exposing their behavior. Okay? They ain't gonna probably 9 times out of 10 come watch a video like this because they know that I am talking about them. Jealous women are probably people that know you. Okay, so that's another reason why they're not gonna come and watch a video just talking about jealous women 9 times out of 10. Okay? Because they know that they're a jealous woman. Jealous women despise this kind of content. Okay? But the one thing I can say I have noticed about jealous women as far as being on this platform is that they will not support you. But they will always be secretly watching. They will purposely not give you support because they know that it's gonna 9 times out of 10 grow your channel. You can get more exposure, you can get pushed into the algorithm. Jealous women don't like to see other women prosper in no sort of way. If it's a woman that they feel any type of way about, especially a woman that's giving advice, they're not going to support you in any type of way. They're not going to come and view your videos because they know that you exposing their behavior. Okay? But they'll go watch other kind of content that has nothing to do with jealous women. One thing about jealous women,
They're energy vampires. They're spiritual vultures. It's all about take from them. Whatever they feel as though is going to benefit them. And that's another thing I could say I could reflect on from this particular family member. They're always taking from you. A lot of it is going to be your energy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I'm very selective now about me even making content. Like, whenever I feel like it's something on my spirit that I really need to come talk about, that's when I'm going to come and talk about it. But I will purposely not make content because you're not finna benefit up off of my influence, and you don't like me either. Okay, well, I ain't got nothing for you. That's why I don't come on here talking, and I'm gonna be straight up honest. Yeah, I know I was coming on here heavily talking about my faith in the Lord, talking about giving spiritual advice and things like that. Yeah, if y'all notice, I haven't even been doing that lately either, because these jealous women, because I already know the analytics on my channel, they literally showed me who's on my channel. They showed me my audience, the demographics, they showed me the age range on my channel. The analytics give you a more precise explanation of who your audience is, so I know it's mainly women. Okay, I'm not going to give you any sort of spiritual advice because I know that you don't like me. Okay, I'm going to come and see, this is the thing. Whenever you put something out here for the benefit of others, they're going to take from it. Okay, jealous women are not appreciative of another woman's help, especially a woman that she feels some type of way about. She will sit back and secretly watch you and despise you. She'll go take it from the next person. And that's another thing I have noticed being on this platform. When a woman don't like you, she'll take advice from everybody else but you. Okay? You can be talking about the same exact thing, and she'll go listen to that other woman, but because she don't like you, she ain't gonna support you. This is how jealous women operate. I'm not finna give her no views. I'm not finna give her no support. But if you put out a video talking about I know who on my channel. I know I got a whole bunch of haters on my channel, and it was a woman. She pointed something out to me. Other people know when it's other women that are jealous of you, even when it comes to influences as well. We finna break this whole thing down. Don't think that I'm not gonna come and call it out. Don't think. I just told you I'm not afraid of nobody on this platform. I ain't never been no scary, fearful type of person, especially when it comes to my respect, my place on this platform. You are going to give me my respect as a content creator. You're going to get called out for your jealousy and your envy. Jealous women, they will go and support other jealous women. That's another thing I noticed. And that's when we get into the mean girl energy. Y'all already know that this is a spiritual channel. Jealous women love. And this is another thing I noticed. See, y'all know, when you are a highly spiritual person, you pick up everything. Even on social media, especially social media. I told y'all social media is an energy exchange. Every person that you come in contact with on social media, whether you know them or not, that's an energy exchange, whether it's positive or negative. Okay, jealous women love mean girl kind of content. They like that type of stuff. That's one thing I noticed. They'll go support a bully, because a lot of these women on YouTube, and I don't care who feels some type of way about what I'm about to say, because we come in keeping it real today. Okay, I brought y'all here in nature. We having a girl to girl, real raw talk for real. This conversation is long overdue. It's a lot of mean girl content creators on this platform. They be coming on here trying to act like they trying to empower women, uplift women, give guidance and advice, when behind the scenes they be throwing stones, they be throwing rocks and had in their hands. They be on here trying, keyword trying, like I said in the previous video, to bully other content creators that they are jealous and envious of. Okay, and let me just say this, when it comes to the whole content creating thing, you know when a content creator been watching your stuff. You know, this ain't no exaggerating. Oh, you may be overly exaggerating. Maybe she not talking to you. Oh, she probably just speaking generally. Oh no, you know when somebody been sitting back watching your videos. You know when a particular content creator, she may not be jealous of you per se, but she is jealous of your influence, the type of content that you create. Because see, a lot of times when it comes to jealous women, envious kind of women, some of the times it may be because of who you are or how you look. But certain jealous women, they carry a different kind of jealousy and envy. It's what you carry inside of you. It's who you are internally, who you are spiritually. The sort of influence and impact that you have over other people. That's what they envious and jealous of. So it may not be you per se, but it's what it is that you have to offer. What it is that you bring to the world. Because YouTube is a worldwide platform. A jealous, envious woman, and I said this before, are competitive women. Okay? Because I heard a couple of people come on here and say something along the line of, oh, every woman is competitive. And let me say this. I do believe there's a such thing as friendly competition when the respect is given to the other person. When you can see someone doing something that you obviously admire, because a lot of times jealous, envious women, like I said, they will secretly learn from you, they will copy you, they will mimic you, and they will not give you your flowers, okay? That's not friendly competition. That's jealous, competitive, envious kind of competition. This woman don't like you, okay? So the whole, every woman is competitive, I don't fully believe that, because if a woman is sure of herself, she's not going to feel the need to compete with the next woman. Now, if y'all doing the same thing, I do believe that there is a such thing as friendly competition. Like, okay, girl, I see what you're doing. Even though we doing the same thing, I can respect what it is that you're doing. Okay? It's a complete difference with that, and I wish a lot of women would stop talking like that, because like I said, when it comes to jealous women, they will always be the ones to try to cover up what it is that they're doing. They're always going to try to cover up their behavior, when all actuality they want to justify why they're competing with another woman. Okay? They always seem to be competing with women that they don't even know, and that's the weird thing about it all. Why are you sitting up secretly watching me, stealing my content and my talking points, but you're not sharing none of my videos and you're not giving me my props? That's competitive, envious kind of competition. That's not friendly competition. So let me just set the tone for y'all. Say for instance, you got two pastors, okay? A pastor is a spiritual leader, right? This pastor might have invited this other pastor to come speak at his church. Okay, they already know each other. They already know that they have different styles of preaching. They may or may not feel some type of way about the next person. When you are putting out any sort of influence and guidance to the world, it's gonna come off as in some form of a competition, okay? To other people. They may not necessarily see each other as competition, or they may, okay? They're both spiritual leaders, but at the same token time, it can't be no underlying jealousy there. Because if this person felt some type of way about this spiritual leader, this pastor, he would never invited him to come speak at his church, right? Jealous women are competitive. Another thing too you will notice about them, they will never acknowledge you. They will never give you your credit. They will literally sit back and mimic things that you do and copy things that you do. If you catch an envious woman, because this has a lot to do with envy when it comes to your influence. You might have caught her doing certain things or saying certain things, copying certain things that you might have said verbatim. Jealous women, they like to antagonize you. They want you to come out of character, okay? Because like I said, jealous women, not only are they competitive women, they are always making up imaginary beefs and competitions with other people. Okay, you see this in the celebrity world. You see this everywhere. They ain't gonna give you your flowers. They ain't gonna give you the credit for the stuff that they stole from your channel. Don't ask me to say no names, so I'm not finna do that. I'm not messy, okay? But if y'all been on this platform long enough and y'all been watching me long enough, y'all know what's up. I don't have to say nobody's name, okay? It was another spiritual influencer that I had some quote unquote beef with, a while back. Okay, she ain't been doing it no more. She stopped because, like I said, certain women need to be put in their place. They need to be checked about their behavior. Okay, don't allow nobody to disrespect you. And that's one thing I would say about my platform. You are going to give me my respect as a content creator. Don't think that you're going to come and steal my content and I'm not going to address you about it. Okay, I told you I'm not scary. On and off of this platform. That's the one thing about jealous women. They will sit up and secretly watch you. Envious women. Okay, I don't know why I keep saying jealous. Envious. Because the energy that I be picking up is envy. It's more so envy than anything. They be envious of your influence. They be having too much pride to give you a shout out, or the least you could do is share a video. That's all you got to do. But see, the one thing about envy, and this is where the jealousy comes into play. This is where the competitive comes into play. It's either two reasons why a content creator don't want to share your content. This is how you are going to know that they have been stealing from you as well. I ain't gonna beg nobody to share my videos, but what you're not gonna do is gonna keep consistently stealing my content and my talking points and try to act like you the person that made it. And when I say they stealing your talking points, I mean like certain experiences, like things that you have said verbatim. Okay, we already know that it's a plethora of videos and so many different influencers that come and talk about jealous women. We already know that, but you know for a fact when somebody has been copying your content. You can't get that wrong. There's no way that you can ignore that.
And the reason why I'm going into depth with this whole thing, because a lot of people seem to get this wrong right here. We can all come and talk about a particular topic and share our experiences, but nobody experiences and stories are the same. So a jealous woman, an envious woman, her copying your content, your talking points, that's a form of mimicking. Mimicking is a subtle form of mockery. For the ones that may not know, jealous women are very underhanded with the way that they do things. They see you as some form of competition, but you don't see them as competition. A jealous woman will always see another woman as a competition. Okay, this is a woman that she is always secretly competing with. She wants you to notice her. Okay, you might have ignored this woman several times, or women, because it may be more than one woman that you are dealing with this with. She wants you to notice her. That's why she keep copying certain things that you do, mimic certain things you do, because she wants to have a beef with you. Okay, the beef is always being one-sided, but it gets to a certain point to where you have to address it. You have to address this jealous woman. The only way you are going to be able to stop this behavior is by checking her and putting her in her place.
Two ways to know that a content creator is stealing your stuff is two reasons. One is because they don't want you to get no sort of exposure, because they are jealous of you. They don't want nobody else to see. They feel like don't nobody see you. This is another thing too about envious, jealous, competitive kind of women. They'll try to treat you as if your influence ain't nothing. Okay, but it's obvious that it is valuable to you if you feel like you need to copy and take it. Jealous, envious women, they play a lot of psychological manipulation kind of games. Okay, they know that your influence is powerful. That's why they don't want to share your videos, but they feel comfortable enough to come steal your talking points though. They feel comfortable enough to do that. It be people with big huge channels, people that y'all wouldn't even think. Like I said, I'm not finna come and say nobody's name because I'm not messy. People that y'all wouldn't even think, like, girl, her out of all people, yes, coming and stealing my talking points, taking shots at me. I haven't done nothing to these women, because it was two women in particular. The spiritual influencer that I had to check a while back, she stopped. She don't be attacking me online no more. Okay, she don't be stealing my content. I haven't really been keeping up with her like that to even know, but you know when somebody's stealing your videos. They don't want to share your videos because they don't want you to get no traction to your channel, because they jealous. They don't want your channel to grow because they jealous. They have a competitive spirit. They feel like if your channel grow, that you are somehow going to bypass them. I don't know. Jealous, envious women, they internalize a lot of things. My videos are already out here. People are watching my videos. It ain't nothing that you can do to stop the traction on my channel. It's going to come. But the thing about it is, they try to treat you as if your content not valuable enough to them, but they feel comfortable enough to steal it. Okay, if my content and my influence is not valuable to you, then why are you stealing it? Why are you stealing my talking points? Psychological manipulation, mind games. They want you to feel like your influence is not powerful. You are not good enough because they jealous of you. They envious of you. They ain't gonna never admit it. They gonna be in denial about it. Okay? They don't want people to believe that they carry this sort of energy for another woman. It does not matter how big a person's platform is. It is about the spirit that you carry. Some women have a very nasty, ugly, mean, envious kind of spirit on YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I'm gonna call it out. Jealous women, envious women, they will never support you in any type of way. They will not try to help you out. Jealous, envious women, they are all out for themselves. They don't care about the next one. If they are in a position to help a woman, they're not gonna do it. Okay? Jealous women, like I said in previous video, they have a very savage, callous, evil, wicked, spirited kind of heart. They don't care about taking from the next woman. If she can step on the next woman to get to where she's trying to go, she will do that with no problems. Okay? So she don't want to share your videos because she don't want you to get that exposure. She don't want your channel to grow. And I know y'all ladies already know. I don't have to say too much. She don't want people to know that she has been stealing your content. If she was to ever share any of your videos to her channel, people would know that she was stealing your content. They would know that she was stealing your talking points and all of that. Jealous women, they will secretly learn and copy from you and take things from you. They feel like don't nobody see you. Like I said, they feel like you are less than, okay? They don't find your content to be valuable enough to share, but they feel comfortable to steal it. So that lets you know what sort of power and influence you hold, okay? When you get through. When you get through thinking that there's not going to be any sort of consequences behind you taking from someone else. This is the one evil, wicked-hearted thing about all of this. And I'm glad somebody came on my channel and pointed this out. She said, girl, you got a lot of haters. I'm glad somebody on my channel was able to witness that. Because like I said, you don't got that many supporters on your channel like how you believe. You will have a whole bunch of jealous, envious women come to your channel to purposely not support your channel. The stuff is crazy. I'm telling you, jealous women, they play a lot of psychological mind games and tricks. And if you are not sure of who you are as a woman in general, and you are not confident in what it is that you do, baby, I'm confident in everything that I do, including the sort of content that I make. I've been on YouTube for about 3 years now. I already know the sort of legwork that I have put in on my channel. I already know the sort of impact I had. A jealous, envious woman wants you to feel like your influence not good enough. I already know my influence is good. I don't care whether I just only got 1,000 subscribers. I know my content and my influence is powerful. Okay, whether you want to believe it or not. But jealous, envious women, they will not support your channel. But if you put out a video that interests them, it may be something that they may be going through in their life, or something that they need some sort of guidance or advice on, they gonna come and watch your video, but they ain't gonna share it, they ain't gonna like it, they ain't gonna comment, and none of that stuff. Like I said, jealous women, they want you to kind of chase for their validation and their approval. But because they know that you don't care about that type of stuff, see me, I don't care. Okay, I don't care whether you don't comment, whether you don't like it, whether you don't share it or not. But just know that I see you. Just know that. That's all you need to know, is that I see you and I see what you're doing. I see what you did and I see what you're doing. Okay, jealous women be on here supporting a whole bunch of bullies. These women be some straight up bullies, okay? And they be trying to come on here and act like they ain't no bully. They be stealing from other content creators and be trying to act like they don't see them. Like I said, jealous, envious woman, she will always try to act like she don't see you, but she be watching everything you do secretly. She don't try to act like she don't watch your channel. That's what jealous, envious women do. That's how they operate. And it's mean girl energy. We about to get into that. I've been noticing a lot of things lately, being on YouTube. Mean girls get praised. that sort of content, those sort of channels get praised and promoted the most. That's why I came on my channel telling y'all that I was never really all about having a big platform. I mean, of course I want a big platform, but I want genuine supporters. I want to put out the right kind of influence, okay? I'm not finna be coming on here just putting out anything just for views and subscribers and money. That's not my heart. That's the thing. Heart posture, spirit. Have your spirit and your heart posture set up. A lot of these women have a wicked, demonic, evil kind of spirit. They be coming and taking from other people, not giving they credit, and then be sitting back with their hands behind their back like they ain't did nothing. All them rocks that you threw and you tried to hide your hands and you felt like nobody seen what you did. Oh, trust and believe. If not one person seen you, a few people seen you. See what you did. This mean girl energy just running rampant on YouTube, that's getting pushed and praised and promoted the most. That's the one thing I can say I have noticed. That's why I've been chilling on my content, y'all. To be quite honest, that's why I haven't really been recording as much, because I'm not finna be putting all my energy and time into things for people like that. Okay, it's certain types of people that does not deserve your influence. They don't deserve any of your advice, because they are not going to have any sort of value for it. That's the one thing about a jealous woman, an envious kind of woman. She will take and take and take all she can take from you, and she's not going to have any sort of value or respect for anything that you bring. No different than any other jealous woman you've ever dealt with in your life. Like I said, they're very savage-hearted. They're selfish. They don't care about nobody but themselves a lot of times. All they care about is what they can gain from a certain situation, and they don't care who they got to step on to get to the top. Period, point blank. Okay, and that brings forth the next topic: mean girl energy. A lot of these women are just mean spirited. I ain't gonna even call them no mean girl. They are just a mean spirited, evil kind of person. Sometimes you got to look that spirit dead in the eye and let them know, I see you. You are a mean-spirited, wicked kind of person. Women like this, they be living their life so carefree, not having a care in the world, just thinking that, okay, I can get away with this. There's always going to be repercussions and consequences behind things that you do to other people. Don't think that you can get away with certain things and think nothing's going to happen to you. And I ain't talking about no wicked type of stuff, because y'all already know I ain't into that type of stuff. I ain't speaking nothing up over nobody. Don't make no implications that I'm trying to do anything. I just know how the world works. I know when you do bad things, bad comes to you. It's only a matter of time. Okay? You ever seen these people out here committing these heinous kind of crimes and they getting off scot-free for so many years, thinking that nobody see what they doing? Okay? All they doing is building a case on themselves. You don't have to lift a finger and do anything. When you are not a certain kind of way, when your heart not set up a certain way, you don't move like certain people, there's nothing that you need to do. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to worry about nothing. Everything is going to be handled in due time. All you got to sit back and keep continuing to do whatever it is that you do, because certain kind of women like this, they want to disencourage you. They want you to not be able to show up and do what it is that you do. And when you show up, they're going to be trying to compete with you. And that's another reason why I haven't been coming on to record. I'm not finna run no competition with you, because you are no competition for me. Okay? I'm not gonna put nothing out here for you to compare yourself to, for something for you to keep consistently stealing. And that's another thing too. Like I said, for the women that don't have a channel, have a platform, and for the ones that do, y'all know what it's like being within this content creating space. It is a lot that you have to deal with on both ends, okay? Being a viewer and an influencer. Until you step in this shoe and do what it is that I'm doing, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. This type of stuff is serious, okay? Jealous women will come and purposely not support you And they will also form imaginary beefs and competitions with you. They will throw off mean girl kind of energy. When you are stealing someone else's content and you didn't give them the credit for it, that's mean girl energy to me. You couldn't give me the credit for my videos, but you stole my stuff. And think that I'm gonna be pussy enough to not say anything? I'm not afraid of you or nobody on this platform. I'm going to consistently call you out about your behavior. You are a evil, wicked woman. Period, point blank. I don't care what sort of influence you put out here in this world. You are a evil, wicked person. You've been attacking me for months now. You are a evil person. You know who you are, because you be coming and watching everything that I put out. And you be trying to act like you don't see me. Like I'm not that important to you or something. But you feel comfortable enough to steal something from me. You are a mean, evil, wicked-hearted kind of woman. That is who you are. A lot of these women know who they are. They know they ain't no good. They'll try to put up a fake facade to the world for the people that's spiritually weak and spiritually bland. But they know they can't fool certain people. They'll try to form alliances against you to try to get people to not like you. Like I said, I already know what's going on this platform. I already know it's a whole bunch of jealous, envious women that support this other person. They be coming and watching me in their content and be trying to act like they don't know what's going on. Jealous, envious women, they love drama. They like to see women go back and forth with each other. They like to see women compete with each other. They don't like to see other women uplift one another. They are there with their popcorn and their front row seat tickets. Okay? They want to see some stuff jump off between you and another influencer. They know certain people be stealing people videos and talking points. They know that some of these influencers have a bigger platform than you, but because they are jealous of you, they're not going to say nothing. And they think that you don't know. Like you was born yesterday or something. That's why I said in the last video, they be thinking that they hurting you by not really supporting your channel like that. All you doing is hurting yourself with that toxic, negative influence. They really think they be getting bad in life, taking toxic, negative advice from wicked, mean-spirited kind of women. What sort of life do you think you're gonna lead taking toxic, negative advice from people like that? People that you know that's on here trying to attack other people. People that you know that are on here taking shots at different people, stealing from other people. The one thing that I don't respect is a thief. Okay? This don't have nothing to do with nothing else. Don't think that I'm gonna have any sort of respect for you. Don't think that we're gonna have any sort of common ground when you are stealing things from me. Don't think that you're gonna come in my house and steal my things and think that I'm not gonna make a police report on you. We ain't going far-fetched like that, but y'all know I like to use different analogies. Don't think that I'm not gonna make no report about you stealing up out of my home. Don't think that I don't know that you coming and fake supporting my channel when I know that you don't like me and that you jealous of me. Don't think that I don't know that you secretly learning from me. You really do like my content, but you don't like me. See, people there like the message, but they don't like the messenger. Don't think for 1 second that I am jealous of a person that is stealing. Why would I be jealous and envious of a person that's stealing my content? It makes no sense. And that's the one thing about jealous and manipulative women. They will try to play a manipulation man game with the masses. They like playing with people's minds. This is the evil, savage, callous-hearted quality about them. They will try to manipulate the mass of other people. They will try to control the masses with toxicity and dysfunction. And the whole wicked thing about it is they feel like nobody see through what they are doing. The whole wicked thing about it is they getting off on the fact that they are getting away with certain things. Because like I said, a lot of people are spiritually blind. A lot of people are not as spiritually in tune as they claim to be. You come and watch a whole bunch of spirituality videos and feel like you spiritual.
Ain't no sort of knowledge or spiritual guidance you're gonna obtain without experience. You can listen to 1,000 videos on spirituality, but if you can't see a wolf in sheep's clothing, then you are not spiritually intuitive at all. If you can come on here and support toxicity and wickedness and mean girl kind of energy, jealous, envious kind of energy, you give support to that, you are not spiritually intuitive at all. You are blind. You are weak-minded. Yeah, I'm talking to certain people. The ones that really support my channel, y'all know how I'm coming about y'all. Y'all know I love y'all, okay? I appreciate y'all support, okay? Please understand that. But these jealous, envious women that keep consistently coming on my channel, thinking that they moving me in any type of way, you ain't moving nothing up over here, baby. I done been around the worst of the worst kind of women, the worst kind of jealousy. You ain't doing nothing. This ain't nothing compared to the experiences I have went through with jealous women. Please trust and understand, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't pushing nobody up off of this platform. I'm going to consistently make videos about you. Yes, I am. Because I know that you're going to watch. I know you ain't going to come watch no videos about jealous women, but you're going to come and watch everything else. Jealous women will try to eat and bite up off of you and try to act like they didn't take nothing from you. Try to dress like you, walk like you, talk like you. If she can take your entire brain up out of your head and put it in her, if she had the power and the ability to do that, she would. That's why jealous women are notorious for witchcraft. They're notorious for man control and manipulation tactics. They literally will try to mess with your brain. And when they see they can't get through that, because you are a strong-willed person and you cannot be destroyed, you can't be pushed up out of the room. Jealous, envious women, they don't like the sort of spirit that you carry because they know that they are the total opposite of you. Y'all are polar opposite. That's why they got a problem with you. That's why they don't like you. You too kind-hearted and pure-hearted for these type of women. You can't come on this platform and be no mean girl because it's not in you to do that. Women be trying to, some people be coming on here trying to profess to be something that they are not. They be trying to act like they're a kind-hearted person and got a kind heart in their body. The way they be out here moving and operating with other women. Thinking they be doing it in secret like nobody see it. Like nobody see that spirit and that hard posture that you carry. Yeah, I'm coming out here and I'm preaching, I'm testifying today. Don't think that don't nobody see you. And see, the one thing about jealous, envious women too, they don't care about who see them. That's how savage-hearted and callous they are. They have a wicked heart. Their spirit is ugly. Period, point blank. Ain't no other way to put it. Why you think they content get pushed the most? Look at the type of world we live in. This is a wickedly kind of world. Wicked influence is going to get pushed and promoted more because people gravitate to negativity more than positivity. You know the mindsets of certain people, what they value the most, what they are mostly influenced by. People are mostly influenced by negativity. That's why I get the most views on social media. Why you think you go watch a fight right now that's for about 2 or 3 minutes and it get 1 million views within an hour? Because people love drama. Certain kind of people. Yeah, we're gonna be real specific today. Certain kind of people, certain kind of spirits are attracted to that kind of behavior, are attracted to that kind of energy. That's what they're gonna gravitate more to. Mean-spirited, evil, wicked kind of energy. Just because something get thousands and millions of views, that don't mean that it's right. That don't mean that it's good influence. Didn't I just say that you go watch a fight for about 4 or 5 minutes and you get 1 million views within an hour? Do that make it good influence or not? And that's the one thing about people. They feel like their influence is better than yours because they got more subscribers and views than you. Don't come and try to tell me how to be no influencer. At the end of the day, I know what kind of heart and spirit I have. Jealous, envious women, they want you to go back and forth with them. They want you to come on their channel, on your channel, and call them out, call their name, and post their picture because they want to have some sort of online beef with you. They already know they got their posse behind them. They clones behind them with their popcorn and their front row seats, tickets waiting on the show. You ain't getting no show up over here, baby. All you gonna get is me calling you out. All you gonna get is me calling you out for your behavior. They be competing in an imaginary race. I just seen something so wicked the other day with this other particular influencer. It was a male. It ain't just women. You know, you see jealousy and stuff from all different sides. It's this particular person. I'm subscribed to his channel. This man got a powerful channel. This man channel, when I say he be putting that influence out there, he be putting it out there. I remember at one point he was only at like, I think he ain't even have 1K subscribers at one point, but he was putting out them powerful messages, man. His channel just, it started to grow, you know. I just see this other huge influencer, way more, I'm talking about hundreds and thousands of subscribers. That's why I say, do not fall for the hype when it comes to these influencers. These big influencers that y'all feel like don't be jealous of smaller creators, you will be surprised. This bigger influencer with 100,000 subscribers is attacking this person to get a small channel. Jealous of this man's influence, jealous of this person's wisdom, his content, because he came on here talking about the truth about what's going on out here in this wicked world. He came on his channel trying to quote unquote put him on the spot, and you could clearly tell that he was jealous. I keep telling y'all, it does not matter how many subscribers a person has. All it come down to is your heart posture and your spirit. If you have a wicked spirit, if you have a wicked heart, nothing that you put out here in this world is going to hold any sort of weight. It don't matter how many people you got watching. You know what you did. You know the intent behind what you did. These people, when they do certain things like this, they know what they doing is wrong. But they just so wicked-hearted and evil-spirited that they don't care. They will literally come and tell you that they don't care. They will tell you what type of person they are. But y'all see what's getting praised and promoted out here the most. Certain type of content. You try to come on here and motivate and uplift people and really put out influence. That type of stuff ain't getting pushed and praised and promoted. And if it's put out there in that kind of content, a lot of that stuff be fake and forced. A lot of things are done for views and subscribers and money. A lot of people hearts ain't in their influence that they put out here to the world. It's all for selfish gain. You have tons of greedy-hearted people out here that don't care about nobody but themselves. Greed is a sin in the Bible. It's a sin to be greedy. It's a sin to be envious. That's a sin. And then most of the people be coming on here trying to profess to be of God, but you're doing wicked-hearted things to other people. Ain't no sort of God in their heart and their spirit the way they move and operate out here in this world. Like I said, don't think nobody don't see you. And see, this is another thing too I wanted to point out about how you pick things up in the spirit. You are not over exaggerating. Please trust and understand. If you pick up in the spirit that somebody is trying to attack you, whether it may be on land or out in the real world, you are going to get a spiritual warning about it. This one particular influencer that I had told y'all about, that I had a somewhat beef with a while back, a spiritual influencer. And I kid y'all not, I cannot make this up. I had a dream that me and her made up. Whatever sort of beef that she had with me, and I already knew that it was jealousy. I already knew that it was envy. She had a bigger platform than me. I kid y'all not. Before I had that dream about me making up with her, everything stopped. She stopped attacking me. So please understand that you are not over-exaggerating. When somebody is trying to come for you through spirit, they're trying to spiritually attack you through your platform, you are going to pick it up through spirit. You are going to get warnings through dreams a lot of times. I let the situation go. But I knew that she was jealous of me. I knew that she was attacking me. And when I called her out and checked her about it, she stopped doing it. But when it comes to this whole mean girl kind of energy on YouTube, like I said, you just be looking at certain things and be getting pushed and promoted the most, and you just be shaking your head like, look at the type of world we live in. This world is so cold and wicked. Look at the type of stuff they push and promote the most. Negativity, gossip, mean spirits. They will try to manipulate the world and manipulate people's minds to make it seem like mean spirit is the way to go these days. They want you to be a cold, mean-hearted, wicked kind of person. Because they say a lot of things through the things that they promote. They're sending a message with it. I'm going to come and tell the truth on my channel. I don't care whether my channel grow or not. I'm going to come and speak the truth about this platform. And the sort of influence that they push and promote out here. It ain't no different than them celebrities that's selling their soul for fortune and fame. It's the same thing with social media. A lot of people are out here selling their souls for some subscribers and money. It's literally there's no difference between the two. That is the repercussions and the consequences you got to pay behind your influence and what you put out here in this world. Energy is powerful. Please understand that. What you put out in the world is going to return to you tenfold. It does not matter who you think don't see. It's a higher power to see everything you do. Don't think that you're getting away with stuff. Wicked people always feel like they getting off scot-free. My phone on 20%, yeah. I'm probably gonna head out a little bit. I just wanted to come and have this little talk with y'all about this mean girl, mean-spirited, jealous kind of energy. I've been around some of the worst type of women. You ain't finna sit up here and tell me I don't know that you jealous and that you a hater. Come on now. Then some of them feel like they really be doing something, like they trying to push you up out of somewhere. Baby, I done been through way worse type of situations. You ain't doing nothing. That ain't nothing that you doing. That's baby weight what you doing. Yeah, being on the platform and having a big of a platform than me. You still doing baby weight kind of work. That is nothing compared to nothing I've been through with a jealous woman. You ain't did nothing. Please understand that. Okay? Jealous, envious women, they will always try to push you up out the room. They don't want you to show up. Please understand, you ain't scaring me. I just know who deserve my influence and who don't. Jealous, envious women will always be trying to compete with you in an imaginary race. You're not finna sit up here and run no imaginary competition with me, because I'm not finna put nothing out here for you to feel that way. I go an entire year without recording if I want to. But trust and believe, my influence is gonna get out here some type of way. I'm still gonna be making an impact, whether I come on YouTube and record or not. You can steal and copy and take whatever. It's not gonna take the influence away from me, because it's instilled in me. It's mine. You can't take it. And that's the one thing about manipulative, wicked people. They really do feel like they can be you. They can do whatever it is better than you. They can take whatever is yours and do it way better than you, because they have a competitive, wicked kind of spirit. And they want you to play into it and run a competition with them. Baby, I'm not finna compete with you. I already told you that. The only person I'm competing with is the man in the mirror, baby. The only person I'm competing with is the person I was months and years ago. That's who I'm competing. I'm competing to be a better version of who I used to be. I ain't caring about what nobody else got going on. But don't think nobody don't see you and what you doing. People be out here taking all type of wicked influence and toxic influence and think they could come and try to give you some sort of guidance. You be looking at certain people and then looking at certain things they be influenced by, certain man said, certain people that they support, and you just be sitting up thinking like, why would I be jealous of that? Why would I be jealous of you? Why would I take any sort of guidance and advice from you? Look who you support. Look what you support. Why would I take any sort of guidance and advice from you when you taking advice from these type of people? This is the type of energy that you support. This is sort of mindset and programming that you're trying to put out here. You trying to carry on what they doing. Like I said, people will come online and tell you exactly who they are. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do with that information. Certain things you got to take and certain things you got to leave. Certain people are so man-controlled and so weak-minded, they don't know what to take and what to leave. They're going to take a whole bunch of toxic influence into their spirit and think that it's not going to affect and impact their life in any type of way. That's not how the world works. If you take toxic negative advice from a person, it's going to impact your life in a negative way. It's going to impact your mindset. It's going to impact your heart posture. It's going to impact your spirit. And that's the sort of energy you're going to put out in the world. That's why you got so many wicked, mean-spirited kind of women out here pushing this sort of rhetoric and influence on land. Look who they taking their advice and guidance from. Look at that. And you tell me what type of influence is good or bad. You tell me what's valuable and what's not when it comes to influence and guidance. People be thinking they can come and tell you something. You can't tell me nothing. Okay? What Kanye West said? You can't tell me nothing. Because I already see what sort of spirit and heart posture you carry. You are not going to push that negative, toxic advice on me. Because I'm not you. You are a wicked person. You value wicked advice. You have a wicked heart. There is no way in God's green earth I'm jealous of you or your influence. A lot of people are just foolish and don't even realize it. People feel like they so spiritually enlightened and wise and all this and that, but just be a straight up fool. Ain't got no sort of man of their own. Always trying to be like the next person. And then got a nerve to think that somebody is jealous of them. Like, come on now. People don't even be serious with themselves. They be making themselves look all out foolish, trying to come for you and try to attack you because they be thinking you a lightweight. They found out that you a heavyweight champ in the spirit, baby. It don't matter what you see in the flesh. I know what I carry spiritually. And it comes from a higher power. There's no way that you can take what's man's. You can copy and emulate it and try to twist it all that you can. I'm still going to have the influence. It does not matter what all you take from me. It's not going to push me up out of the room. Period, point blank. I know who I am as an influencer. I know what God put inside of me to come bring to YouTube and to this platform. And there's no way in this God green earth you think you finna push me up out of nowhere. You can bring all the manipulation, wicked-hearted tactics, mean girl, spirited kind of energy, all you want. You are not pushing me up out the room. I'm telling you, I done deal with the worst of kind of mean women. You're not doing nothing. You think you're doing something, but you're not doing nothing. And your manipulation tactics and your mind control didn't work. And I want to come on my platform and say publicly that you tried, but you was not successful. Because I'm still standing, I'm still on this platform for about an hour and 31 minutes now. rebuking all these evil, wicked, demonic, mean spirited cannon spirits up off of my channel. You can unsubscribe. I do not care. No, I'm not going to call out nobody's name. No, I'm not going to post no receipts. No, I'm not going to give you no drama, no gossip. But I'm going to call you out, though. I'm going to call you out. A jealous, envious spirit hates to be exposed. They try to hide behind people. This is a spirituality channel. I'm going to always call out wicked spirits on my channel. I don't care how you feel about it. Don't think that you try to come and attack me and think that I'm not going to defend myself. I'm going to do it every single time. I already know how far the Lord has brought me on my platform. You're not pushing me up out of nowhere. You can rally up as many spirits and you can rally up as many demons and minions all you want. You're not pushing me up out of nowhere. I'm a one-woman army. I just said if people were trying to run up on me, I was going to steal on everybody. People really be thinking that they know you. They don't know you like that. Please understand, you do not know me like that. Don't play with me like that. Do not play with me like that. People be coming for you and don't even know what they coming for. People be wishing that they never would have came for you. They'll still try to come for you. They're not even making a dent. You ain't made no sort of effect. Nothing that you doing. All you doing is exposing your heart posture and your spirit. That's all you doing. But you're not running me up out of no room. You're not doing it. The Lord gave me the power and the voice to speak and come on my platform and talk about my spiritual experiences and to share my spiritual advice and guidance. And that's nothing that you could take from me. There's nothing that you could take from me. This is the one thing about jealous women. When it comes to them being competitive and stuff with you, like, you know how you ever had a woman who just like annoyingly trying to get your attention, like she keep trying to run all these competitions and make herself look completely foolish. She'll have some women that they'll fall into that, they'll play along with it, they'll try, oh, she trying to compete with me. Oh, okay, well, I'm finna show you who's gonna be the best one. May the best be win. Whatever sort of mentality. Like I said, a lot of women out here, they have a little girl mentality. They operate as if they're a child, like they still in high school or something. You got women on here acting like, I don't know, just acting like characters off of movies and television shows and stuff, and then be trying to come for you. Like, girl, go on somewhere. Ain't no way you think you running me up out of the room with that. They be coming on here trying to act like people from, they always trying to use this whole narrative with the girl, the movie Mean Girls. That's a lot of women mentality. A lot of mean girls, jealous, envious kind of women, they have a very childish kind of mindset. They operate as if they're still in high school or grammar school. They never grow up, okay? They're still stuck in high school mentally. They be trying to come at you with that type of stuff. Trying to act like characters off of movies and television shows. These actresses they're acting. That's not their real life. Like, people just be slow these days. People be slow. They ain't got the nerve to think they trying to come for you. You need to come correct or don't come at all, period. Because if that's what you gonna come with, then you need to come up with something better than that. Like, for real. You ain't finna run me up out of no room with no fake mean girl kind of energy. Fake mean girl type of attempted, a failed attempt. Ain't got a man of their own clone, copycat versions of other people. They be thinking that they doing something. Like, you ain't even got a man of your own. That's what y'all need to tell a lot of these mean girls, these mean-spirited type of women. These wannabe bullies. They want to be a bully, but they're not. They trying to relive their childhood. They done got bullied so bad in their life to the point where they done internalized it, and now they want to be the bully. They want to be the mean girl. How that work? How that even work? What type of healed is that? What type of growth is that? What sort of empowerment is that? What sort of positivity is in that? Nothing. You are still hurting internally. You need to go fix that. You need to go fix that. Because ain't no way in this world I would let a bully from grammar school and high school mess me up spiritually and mentally to the point where it's affecting my adult life. Like I said, jealous, envious women, they feel like they be doing something. All they doing is hurting themselves internally and spiritually. You ain't doing nothing but damaging yourself, baby. You ain't doing nothing to me. I deal with all type of bullies and mean girls and jealous, envious kind of women, and it ain't turned me nothing like them. Nothing. You can't pay me to come up on here to be no mean girl. You can't pay me to come up on here and be wicked hearted to nobody else. You can't pay me to come up on here and steal somebody else's content. You can't pay me to do that. Because I ain't got that sort of hard posture and spirit. That's why. But yeah, that's how we gonna end it. Y'all women out here that's dealing with all type of mean spirited kind of energy, mean women, mean girls in your life, whether it may be on your job, on your platform, family relationships, all that type of stuff. Please understand these women are damaged internally and spiritually. Don't let them throw their negative energy on you. You don't get to bully me in this adult life, baby. You don't get to do that. Tell them to go cast a negative energy elsewhere because it didn't work with you. It was a failed attempt. I know you really tried hard, but you failed miserably, boo. Okay? That's just how I'm gonna end it. Like, I may make a part 2 to this, but my phone about to die, so I may carry on this conversation later, whether it may be an audio or a face-to-face video. But yeah, all in all, don't let nobody kill your joy. Don't let nobody run you up out the room. Don't let nobody run you away from your purpose, what you have been called to do. The Lord gave you the influence to influence people. He gave you the influence to change the world. He gave you influence to give to other women. He gave you the influence to do that. He gave you the influence to be a kind-hearted kind of person. A kind-hearted kind of woman. Not a damaged, mean-spirited, wicked-hearted kind of woman. He gave you the influence to do that. And so you do what he has called you to do. And don't let nobody run you up out of the room. Be very selective with who you choose to give your energy to. Be selective with that. Like I said, everybody doesn't deserve your influence because they're not going to have any respect or value for it. And that's just how I'm going to end it. So hopefully I got something for this video. Hopefully it helped you in some way. Continue to protect y'all soul and spirit. And I will talk to y'all in the next video.